Hi, my name is Roland, founder of Digital Security Headquarters. Today I'm going to be talking to you about 4 tips to browse the internet securely. Tip number 1 is to install VPN on all your devices that you browse the internet. Why? Well, this will anonymize your traffic for one. So usually, when you browse the internet, all your internet traffic gets routed through your internet service provider. And it includes your location, the date, time, and even sometimes a device. By using a VPN, all your internet traffic gets securely routed through a private network, through a service like ExpressVPN. So using a VPN, all your internet traffic gets securely routed and encrypted before it even hits your service provider. This is great because now nobody can connect you with your internet traffic. So all the websites you visit, nobody will be able to know your location or your device. This is great for preventing spyware and other malicious attacks on you from the websites you visit. It also protects your data because whether you know it or not, all your internet traffic is actually getting sold to individual advertisers and other companies that use this data to be able to specifically advertise to you. Tip number 2 is make sure you only visit websites with an SSL certificate. So you can easily find this out. Most modern browsers like Chrome or Internet Explorer, I think it's Edge now, but they have a lock actually right next to the address, the URL, and this lets you know that there's a valid SSL certificate. You can also make sure that the site URL actually starts with HTTPS. So that's HTTPS, not HTTP. Now the difference is without the S or without the SSL certificate, all your internet traffic is actually visible by anybody on your network. So on your home network, this isn't as big of a security risk, assuming that nobody's hacked into your network, which is actually very common and popular. But if you're browsing the internet from anywhere outside of your home, anybody else connected to that Wi-Fi network can see your passwords that are being sent to that website and your exact browser and other things. They could also target you specifically on the network, and a lot of terrible things can happen. They can install a virus on your computer and a lot of other bad stuff. Basically, you want to stick with HTTPS. Now, to kind of take the headache off of you for that, Brave browser, for example, which is dedicated to privacy, as well as actually upgrading all the sites that don't have a valid SSL certificate. They actually install one in between the browser and the website, and this is great. So you won't even have to worry about this. There's also some other great plugins and extensions for various browsers. You can make sure to Google them, and I'm sure you'll be able to find one. Tip number 3 is to turn on a pop-up or ad blocker. Now you can do this various ways. You can install antivirus software. Most of them always have an ad blocker or spyware or malware blocker, which will effectively do the same thing. But you can also make sure that you browse the internet securely by actually making sure that your browser that you're using has the ad blocker or pop-up blocker turned on. And what this does is actually prevents malicious websites from showing the pop-up. I hope you've never seen this before, but if you have, you know what I'm talking about. A pop-up that pops up with some profane image or something that has nothing to do with the website, but its only intent is to get you to click on it, and from what they do is route you to a website that will download some sort of virus to your computer, or in some cases even install ransomware to lock your computer until you pay them a certain amount of money. So we don't want any of that. So one simple way is just to make sure that the pop-up or ad blocker is installed on either your device through antivirus software or through your actual browser, by making sure that setting is installed. And I think Chrome actually enables this by default. But just make sure that it's on, just in case it isn't for whatever reason. So tip number 4 is actually to make sure you only download software from trusted websites. So what I mean by that is, if you don't know this website, if it's maybe a lesser known website or software provider, I would say stay away from it. Stay away from all the software vendor websites that actually collaborate various third-party software. And a lot of these ones allow anybody to upload any kind of software under whatever name. So this is one way that is very common to be able to install a virus on your computer unknowingly. So make sure you only download software from verified platforms. For example, from the Apple App Store on your iPhone or on your Mac, the Mac App Store. Both of those are very secure. Apple is very picky on who they let actually develop applications and upload them. And the great news is they actually already do virus scanning and all of that before it even hits the App Store. Windows App Store, from my understanding, is it's actually a little bit less secure. There's more of a chance to be able to download a malicious software, specifically from an unknown publisher. So you want to make sure that that company that's providing the software that you're looking for is reputable. They have a lot of good reviews, and they've been around for, I would say, at least longer than a year or so. This isn't always possible. I know there's some great new companies that come up with software all the time. So just try to use your discernment, use your better judgment, and more often than not, you can use your common sense. If this doesn't look right, this company doesn't look like it's actually a real company, make sure to stay away from it. I hope you found those 4 tips helpful, and if you did, make sure to head over to digitalsecurityhq.com for more information, for more tips on how to stay safe online. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by ExpressVPN. If you remember, tip number 1 today is install VPN. And the one that I've been using for years now is ExpressVPN. They have a ton of locations all over the world, and by far they're one of the most recommended across the internet and one of the most reliable in my experience. And the great thing is that they don't keep any logs, and their internet speed is actually very quick. You can even browse Netflix using any of their apps on any of your devices. You can even install VPN directly on your internet router so that all the devices in your home are secure and the internet traffic is encrypted. Make sure to visit the link in the description for more information on ExpressVPN, and if you actually purchase that link, you'll be supporting Digital Security HQ. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.